Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm just going to do a general Aries to Pisces. This is timeless, okay? We're going to intend for it to be sun, moon, rising, but really any placement that's important for you at this time will count, okay? I will start with a collective message in the beginning and then timestamp Aries to Pisces, okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to pull from the Herbal Tarot, okay? And I'm going to be actually reading from the supplemental Spirit of the Herbs book for it by Michael Tierra and Candace Canton. I did do a deck review for this as well, so if you want to check that out, go to that playlist, okay? These two pretty much know everything about herbs. They've studied from Ayurvedic, Chinese, European, Indian, Native American traditions of herbal healing, okay? They're certified acupuncturists and herbalists and naturopaths, and holistic counselors. They do a lot of things, okay? So this book is actually quite helpful and more in depth. For each card, it not only talks about the card itself, but then we'll also go into the herb that's on the card, okay, that's represented by the card, okay, and talk about its spiritual properties, its medicinal properties, even dose and preparation, as well as keywords, maybe some affirmations or herbal allies to go with it, okay? So that you, like if you can't particularly find an herb, you might be able to find one of the allies as well. But you can also look up and find out which herbs might actually be complementary to this one as well, just to give you an idea. So take it how it resonates. As far as spiritual properties are concerned, any intention you want to use at this time, whatever resonates for you. The medicinal properties could indicate, health conditions that might identify any energies that's currently in your field at the moment. And if you hear the downpour of rain in the background, don't mind that. We have a storm coming in, but it's steady and we need the rain here. We've been droughtful for a very long time. So hopefully it doesn't get too loud and overbearing. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Take the dose and preparation as you see fit, and of course, always check with a nutritionist, your general practitioners, your doctors, etc. Okay. A lot of these herbs you might be able to find in your grocery store, or at least in teas or something along those lines. I would go with that because then they've been kind of made for human consumption. But you could also apply these herbs in any of your other practices. If you do candle magic or want to put them in your spiritual bath, or just have them lying around dried, that's a good one too. There's a lot of ways to use it. You can use it as sacred smoke, put it, find incenses that have it, right? That sort of thing, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and keep the book aside here in a decent spot to grab. Let's go ahead and get a collective message overall. I'm going to try and take notes for each of the signs as well, so I can reference, which other signs got them. You might want to check that. That might be a significant placement or something having to do with whoever else external energy is involved, okay? Let's get going. Spirit for the collective at this time. What's the overall message, please? And thank you so very much. All right. I'm only reading these in the upright as well. Okay. Ooh, lovely. You have the Four of Wands. That is Aries energy. Okay. Happy home, health, celebrations, togetherness. All right. Let's see here. Give me a moment. There you are. The herb on the card is fennel seed. Okay. I'm going to attempt to pronounce its Latin. Feniculum vulgare. It's also represented by Venus and Aries specifically. In many ancient traditions, it is the angels or devas who concern themselves with the maintenance of all existence in life. Here we find two of these experiencing the joy of the day's completion. Implicit in this scene is a subtle need to release the tension and pressure involved in completing a task, and to experience completion before going on to the next task. How do we do this? Making time to be together and play is one important method, which also teaches the value of cooperation and prevents the dangers of egocentrism and over seriousness. Another message of this card is to allow talents and skills to flow and be shared. Be unafraid to live up to your potential. Allow your inner light to shine through. Okay? About fennel seed. Its spiritual properties. Fennel will allow a greater sense of groundedness and joy to permeate one's being. Rub fennel oil on the soles of the feet and dance to the rhythms of life. Crush a fresh sprig of fennel and let its smell fill you with healing earth energy and help you to release any hesitations you may have with regards to finishing the project at hand. Play with life more and find friends with whom you can share some fun. Medicinal properties. Fennel stalks and roots are eaten as food like celery. Taken as a tea, the seeds are commonly useful for stimulating appetite and digestion and are used to eliminate gas. Good to know, huh? The seeds are also useful to relieve a variety of abdominal pains, including menstrual cramps. Having properties very similar to anise seed, fennel seed has calming effects on bronchitis and coughs and can be used to flavor cough remedies. A strong tea or infusion of the seeds is also useful as an eye wash to treat pink eye, conjunctivitis, and inflammation of the eyelids, phlebitis, when applied externally as a warm compress. Fennel seed tea seems to be very effective in increasing the flow of nursing mother's milk. For this, it is often combined with marshmallow root, which increases the richness of the milk. Dry roasted, the seeds are taken to relieve pain of the testes and urinary bladder. Its dose and preparation: carry fennel seeds in a pouch and smell them during the day so that you can breathe in their message. Use the oil as well for this purpose. The herbal essence may be taken to reinforce the idea of playfulness. Medicinally, for abdominal pains, indigestion, and gas, steep a teaspoon of the crushed seeds in a covered cup of boiling water. Fennel is good to take after meals and first thing in the morning to help regulate digestion and the circulation of energy through the body. It is quite useful for gynecological complaints as well as an expectorant for coughs. Keywords: completion, pleasant thoughts, moving on to the next cycle, dancing and movement with life, comradeship, shared success. The affirmation on this card: I feel greater self-confidence by quietly recognizing my many gifts and accomplishments. Herbal allies: anise seed, star anise, and cumin seed. All right, there we go. Have a good one. All right, Aries, sun, moon, rising, or any placement you're following at this time. I forgot to timestamp. Hold on a second here. There we go. That would help. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. For Aries, Spirit, what do you have at this time? One more. Let's get a good shuffle on. All right. You have the Six of Cups. Watermelon. Oh, we're starting off with easy to find things. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see. Six of Cups here. Watermelon, otherwise known as Citrullus vulgaris, is sun in Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio sun. Okay. Or highly aspected Scorpio placements may be significant here. Two children play at love. The boy, bedecked in roses, symbolizing desires of the heart, is making an offering of watermelon to the girl who is standing in a tentative detachment. This card shows a need to touch in with childlike innocence of loving and add more playtime to one's life. At this stage of relationship, there is no serious commitment. To achieve this, both partners will have to be willing to scale the lofty peaks of commitment for a deeper bond. Emotional immaturity and toying with another's feelings are to be watched for. These can only create a feeling of instability and eventual betrayal. About watermelon, spiritual properties. Watermelon is a food that reminds one of hot summer days and taking time out to enjoy the fruits of the earth. When we eat a slice of watermelon, we have to get our face and fingers into the food, just as we did when we were young. The child inside comes out. The energy of watermelon is cooling and will temper any excess heat of aggression and anger. Medicinal properties. Watermelon is used as a cooling refrigerant in hot weather. It is useful to give when there are symptoms of heat stroke and associated thirst. The seeds are used for all urinary affections, including scanty urine, fluid retention, edema, blood in the urine, bladder and kidney inflammations, and urinary stones. The dose and preparation. The seeds may be carried in a pouch or the fruit eaten during the warm seasons to foster the quality of playful lightheartedness or to help avoid overseriousness. For medicinal purposes, simmer or steep a tablespoon of the crushed seeds in a cup of boiling water for 15 or 20 minutes. Take 3 cups daily. The keywords on the card: innocence, not taking the emotions of another seriously, playing, the child inside, friendship, sharing in a loving way. The affirmation on this card: lovingly I give and lovingly I receive the gifts of our friendship. Herbal allies, melon seeds, generally, like any melon, right? And cucumber seeds. All right, there you go, Aries. Have a good one. All right, Taurus. Let's see what we got for you today. Spirit for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Any placement we are focusing on at the moment. All right. Please and thank you. All right. You have the Judgment card, Golden Seal. Number 20. The number 20 might be significant to you at this time. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got here. This is such a thick book. Where are you? There you are. Judgment, Golden Seal. Hydrastis canadensis is its Latin name. Represented by the planet Pluto. So your Pluto placement might be significant. You might want to go check that placement out. Okay, whichever that is. Judgment, ruled by Pluto, is the full awakening of the inner self. One now knows that he is not just a body or a mind, but a divine being. This is the resurrection and the reawakening of the true self to a new state of being. The clouds parting represent the things of the mind that are no longer hidden. The horn is Spirit's call awakening us from our unconsciousness. It breathes to us the new life's breath. The blue water and garments symbolize the flowing consciousness from the High Priestess. Her abilities to see beyond and behind, above and below, are now part of the resurrected self. The outreached arms show an active receptivity to the ways of Spirit. The golden color in the background is illumination, and our inner sun shining through. It is now time to make responsible choices for ourselves based on the new awareness we have embraced. We must judge how we will best use our newfound energies to create our lives and see where we can best express our talents and abilities. It's time to walk our talk and live our inner truths. This is not a time to criticize or to be in judgment of others or the self, but instead it is time to decide what the awakening self can do with the new life that has unfolded. Golden Seal, the herb of awakening. Spiritual properties. Golden Seal has a capacity to clear out the old congested ways and make way for the new. Bitter emotions such as grief and astringent emotions such as fear are cleared away and replaced with a purified palette for life. This powerful herb has the ability to bring clarity as to what our purpose is in being here, and can help us confront the fears and misgivings we may have about expressing and living our inner truths. Its pungent smell can help change our inner attitude about ourselves. Medicinal properties. Golden seal has been used to remove mucus congestion, reduce inflammation, clear toxins, and restore and strengthen the liver and stomach. This bitter and astringent herb also has the properties of being antibiotic and antiseptic. The dose or preparation: using it as an herbal essence, wearing it as an amulet, or smelling it as in aromatherapy are all useful ways of taking in the healing qualities of golden seal. Medicinally, golden seal is a powerful herb that should not be overused. Good to know. 2 or 3 capsules a day should be sufficient in treating most conditions such as colds, flu, and infections of all kinds. Prolonged use of this herb in large doses, however, can diminish the favorable bacteria in the intestines that influence the production and assimilation of B vitamins. Taking some miso soup or acidophilus while using golden seal will minimize any minor negative effects it may have on the good bacteria. Important warning, okay? This herb, and it's all in caps, is not to be taken by pregnant women or by those with hypertension, as it is a uterine stimulant and is hypertensive, okay? The keywords on the card: awakening to inner truth, deciding and judging one's actions for the future, new perceptions, deciding the worth and value of a matter, seeing one's creative purpose, time to walk your talk, opening up to another dimension of the self and life, need to wake up to overindulgence, craving extremes in pleasure, and atonement. The affirmation on this card: the struggle is over, the heart has won, I am reborn, a new day has begun. Its herbal allies are cinchona bark, Cinchona bark, and barberry. Okay, there you go, Taurus. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Gemini, let's see what Spirit has for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement that you're currently following at this time. Please and thank you, Spirit. Ooh, how apropos. You have card number 1, the Magician. Yes, Master Manifestors. And Astragalus is the herb, okay? Love it, love it, love it. Major, major, major. All right. Where is this? Such a thick book. Oh my goodness. All right. Astragalus, his Latin name is Astragalus membranicus, like membrane, ruled by Mercury. So Mercury placement might be significant to you at this time, okay? The Magician represents the power of creative transmutation. He stands in a state of powerful inner attunement, encircled by the golden light of heaven. Upheld in his receptive left hand is a crystal to attract and magnify the pure cosmic energies, while in his lowered giving right hand he points a finger downward, symbolizing his ability to direct through concentration the divine energies into unlimited manifestation. Around the Magician are strewn the cup, pentacle, sword, and wand, symbols of the 4 elements of creation and the 4 suits of the tarot deck. The wand symbolizes the fire element, the enthusiasm and energy to make things happen. The cup represents the water element, feelings and the flow of ideas. The sword represents the air element, the mechanics of how the world works. And the pentacle represents the earth element and the end result of all of the above. In other words, the actual physical objects, bodies, and things around us. These are the Magician's tools, which he will master and use in order to make his visions into reality. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of ideas and communication, the Magician awakens within us the ability to move inward for inspiration and then outward for manifestation. It represents the ongoing communion we have with the creative flow of life. Meditation on this card will unleash the secret of how to develop our power of concentration and the ability to manifest whatever is our true heart's desire. We must always be cognizant, however, that our true power is the divine will working through us, and we must do our work with a heart that is full of good will towards ourselves and others, lest we begin to perform the black arts and get caught in our own web. Astrologalis, herb of creativity. Its spiritual properties. Astragalus assists in increasing the energy needed to bring about the manifestations desired. It will help bridge any gap there might be between the thought and the creation of reality. Our ability to digest and assimilate our life experiences will be increased, and any tendency to be spacey and ungrounded will be rectified. This herb is a powerful herb of protection and can be used to create a stronger aura around oneself. Medicinal properties. Astragalus root is traditionally used by the Chinese as a tonic to foster and increase energy by strengthening physical digestion and assimilation. It specifically counteracts the tendencies to spaciness and ungroundedness so typical in hypoglycemic conditions. It is also the most powerful immune system enhancer known. Since obesity is a condition in which we have lost to some extent our ability to transmute and digest food, just as in the spiritual realm we have lost our ability to transmute ideas, feelings, and experiences, astragalus can be taken regularly to help overcome this tendency. The dose or preparation. The herbal essence of astragalus can be taken each day as one is working to awaken the magician within. A piece of the root may be worn in a pouch to assist one in being a conscious creator in life. Create a magician's ritual of self-empowerment and make a tea of astragalus as a potion to further imbue the self with the strength to receive and manifest inspirations. Astragalus is used in teas and soups as described in, as actually attached to the Fool card as well. Okay, interesting. We'll see where that pops up later on. Okay. However, the root is much too woody to be chewed directly. Good to know. It can be made into a tea by simmering 4 slices of the root in 3 cups of water for 15 to 45 minutes, depending on the strength desired. So it does take a while to steep, I guess. 3 or 4 Chinese jujube dates, if available, may be added to the tea. 1 to 3 cups may be taken per day. Astragalus extract found at Chinese herb shops can be taken on a daily basis, or you can make your own alcohol extract and take a dropful 2 or 3 times a day. By alcohol, I would be guessing like ingestible alcohol. Like vodka or something, right? Okay, so check on that. Keywords: concentration, commitment, magical powers, communication skills, writing, speaking, the power to hold your position in time and space and thus create, manipulating others and their energies, need to be focused and grounded, need to see life as a magical manifestation. The affirmation on this card: through concentration and dedication, I am a willing channel of spirit manifest on earth. Its herbal allies are schizandra, I think I said that right, spelled Schizandra, and, oh goodness gracious, how am I going to pronounce this? Ashwagandha, otherwise known as Withania somnifera. I'll go ahead and spell the first one, okay? Asgwaganda. Ashwagandha. All right, there you go, Gemini. Have a good one. Check your other placements. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever placement you are going for at this time. Spirit, what do you have for our Cancerians? All right. Okay. You have the Ace of Cups, represented by the lotus flower. Okay, let me just take a note on that. There we go. So, we'll be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, sun sign. Or you may want to check those other placements, okay? And I pulled immediately to the page. Beautiful. Lotus. Nelumbo nucifera is its Latin name. Root power of water. So basically all water signs, right? A chalice overflowing with divine love offered from the hand of the Great Spirit is greeted by the dove of peace. The lotus, symbol of divine love, inner peace, and enlightenment, blooms upon the peaceful sea of the mind. Listening to and following the heart's wisdom is the focal point of the Ace of Cups. When we listen to our heart's song, we can know our true hopes and desires. The heart is the middle path between our thoughts and our unconscious demands. It knows without having to figure it all out. When we move to the heart's path, we can find deeper inner peace and divine grace bestowed upon us. Devotion, faith, and dedication to spirit are all manifested in us when the path of love is acknowledged in our lives. So this could definitely mean you might need some self-love today, or just do you, boo, right? Could also mean just an incoming new start in something loving, right? Heart-based. The lotus, spiritual properties. The lotus symbolizes purity and peace. It is revered not only for its intrinsic beauty, but for the evocative symbolism of its growth. The lotus grows in shallow ponds and lakes, its roots extending into the mud where, in the darkness and murkiness, it is nurtured by the earth. As it reaches for the light above, it emerges and blossoms into a glorious exaltation of life. The lotus helps us to embrace our own true inner self with a loving respect. Greater serenity and peace fills us as we move into lotus flower consciousness. Medicinal properties. Nearly all parts of the lotus have a use. The leaf is taken as a tea to treat fevers, irritability, excessive sweating, scanty urine, diarrhea, and dysentery. The seeds are used as a nutritive, so like nutrition, tonic, as well as a medicine for phlegm, catarrh, is that like cataract, and inflammation of the eyes, okay? The nodes of the root also have nutritive astringent properties and are used to treat many forms of bleeding and hemorrhaging. The root proper has similar but weaker properties and is commonly used in Asian cuisine as a tonic food. Finally, the plumule, which is the sprout that grows out of the seed, is used to lower fevers and quiet and calm excessive mental activity. Dose and preparation. The herbal essence may be taken throughout the day, 3 drops at a time, to foster love for others and the divine. The seeds can be strung and worn as an amulet or carried on a person as a talisman for peace and serenity. The seeds are specific for opening the heart center, and the roots are used for the opening of the root center, the first chakra. That makes sense. I love that. Medicinally, the herb can be taken as a decoction or in powder form in capsules or as food. Keywords on the card: following the heart, faith and hope that the light will be revealed, need to calm the thoughts, feeling one's deep connections to Mother Earth and Father Sky, devotion, visions of aspiration, Mother Earth being Gaia, right? We all know. Father Sky being God, or whichever God, right? Affirmation on this card: with pure devotion, I open myself to the wisdom of my heart. Its herbal allies, in case you can't find it: hibiscus flowers and chrysanthemum flowers. Okay? There you go, Cancer. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement you're following at this time. Spirit, what do you have for our Leos? All right, we have the Four of Wands. All right. I'm not going to read the whole thing, because that was our collective message, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and do the shortened end of it. So the collective message may be very significant right now for you. All right, last bit of it. The keywords on this card are completion, pleasant thoughts, moving on to the next cycle, dancing and movement with life, comradeship, shared success. The affirmation on this card is: I feel greater self-confidence by quietly recognizing my many gifts and accomplishments. Its herbal allies are anise seed, starseed, and cumin seed as well, because it's represented by fennel, okay? I'll go ahead and listen to the collective message for sure, all right? Includes all the beginning portions of the entry there, okay? Have a good one. Bye. All right, Virgo, sun, moon, rising, but any placement you're following at this time. Spirit, what do you have for Virgos? Please and thank you. All right. You have the Eight of Wands and Sassafras. Okay, let me just write that down. Communication coming in quickly. All right, fast action. Also Sagittarius energy, so that may be significant to you at this time. All right. Sassafras. Latin name, Sassafras albidum. Mercury in Sagittarius specific placement, okay? Mercury, whatever your Mercury or wherever Sagittarius may be important to this at this time, as well as maybe any external energy, all right? 8 staves fly swiftly toward an undefined target. The card represents the need for focused, swift, and efficient action to deal with the problems at hand. Goal in sight, we are presented with a variety of diversions and problems, perhaps as a test of our resolve to continue the quest. The absence of a human figure on this card suggests that at such time of crises, we may be temporarily lose our sense of self in the various problems and concerns with which we are dealing. It may be time for quick action and clarity in communication. Be willing to express your ideas and to break through blockages that present themselves to you. Work at establishing a greater communication between the higher, sublime self and the beings and angels that guide you, for you may find greater clarity as to what is to be done next. About sassafras. Spiritual properties. Sassafras opens up the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, all about communication, right? And allows easier communication of ideas. It enhances the connection you have with angelic beings that watch over you. Sassafras affords you greater psychic protection against the negative effects of external harassment and attack. It will ward off or lessen the blows of conflicting forces. Medicinal properties. Sassafras is useful both as a circulatory stimulant and as a detoxifying blood purifier. It has warming energy and is useful to induce perspiration for the early treatment of colds, flu, and coughs. It is also an effective cleansing herb for urinary problems. All these properties combine to make it one of the most effective blood purifiers for treatment of acne as well as other skin disorders. That's good to know. One of the ingredients of sassafras, saffrole, has been found to have carcinogenic tendencies. Saffrole is naturally found in a variety of other common herbs such as basil. For this reason, sassafras has been banned by the United States Food and Drug Administration as a natural flavoring agent in commercial root beer. It seems, however, that the saffrole in sassafras, while being capable of extraction in alcohol, does not extract in water, making it safe for use in tea. Okay? Dose or preparation. The herbal essence may be used as needed, and the talisman may be worn to bring about spiritual results. It may be a good idea to meditate while taking the herb and gently ask for the guidance that you seek. Keep yourself open for whatever communication is given to you and write it down. This may help you to establish the communication needed between the sublime self and the outer manifested self. The goals will be clearer and the direction more defined. Medicinally, sassafras has been used and continues to be regarded as a common healthful folk beverage and food spice by mountain folk of the Appalachian and Ozark ranges. Further, the areas where it has been traditionally consumed have noticeably low rates of cancer. Sassafras tea is made by steeping a teaspoon to a tablespoon of the root bark in a cup of boiling water, covered for 10 to 20 minutes. 1 cup may be taken 3 times daily. The key words on this card are lots of ideas coming in at once, communication needed, rapid developments, new ideas about philosophy on life, and making fast decisions. The affirmation on this card, I respond to challenges with decisive clarity and vigor. It's herbal allies, should you not be able to find it, cinnamon twigs and branches, okay? You definitely can find that in the grocery store. All right. There you go, Virgo. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever placements you are focused on at the moment, or that come up, or that have come up. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Libra? Please and thank you, Spirit. All right, nice. You have the 10 of Pentacles and Wild Yam. Let me write that down. Okay, we haven't had too many repeats. I like that. All right, 10 of Pentacles. I think it's the first suit in the book. Yes, it is. Okay. Wild yams, Latin name is Dioscorea villosa. Represented by Mercury and Virgo, so you might want to go follow your Mercury placement as well, or Virgo might be significant to you in some way, shape, or form. The 10 pentacles climbing up the card indicate the multitude of inner virtues, values, skills, talents, established conditions, inheritance, or material possessions that have accumulated and are available for use. There is a sense of consolidation of past experiences and an opening for new opportunities from this foundation. The house in the background indicates stability, solidity, belonging, and comfort. When one has talents or a wealth of inner values and virtues, it is important to share and utilize these tools in some form of service to the community around you. By being willing to show the world your talents, whatever they may be, you can be assured that there will be a return flow. For those who have accumulated wealth in one form or another, it is important not to become fearful of losing it all. One can get caught in boredom or apathy because one sees that goals have been accomplished. However, one is never limited by talents, just by judgments. So work at creating and using the gifts that you were born with or that are bestowed upon you on this journey. About wild yam. Spiritual properties. Spiritually, just as this root draws into itself concentrated energy from very deep in the earth, it will reveal accumulated energy and power. Through its releasing action, it will encourage the use of talents, gifts, and possessions for the greatest good. For those who are fearful of losing their possessions, wild yam will help gently release this inhibition and allow new creative energies to flow. Medicinal properties. Wild yam root is a valuable antispasmodic for treating bowel spasms, hiccups, menstrual cramps, and muscle pain. It is used in the treatment of arthritis and inflammation of the joints. As a biostimulant, it treats colic and is useful in the correction of intestinal gas. Large doses are emetic, meaning it induces vomiting. Okay. The dose or preparation. The root of the wild yam may be carried in a pouch or taken as an herbal essence to enhance the ability to accept joyfully the fullness and the completion of cycles within oneself. This herb may help one to see the inner will can be aligned to the divine will, and thus see the creative impulse and the accompanying prosperity as a spiritual manifestation. Medicinally, wild yam is used in small quantities as an ingredient in herb tea formulas or in capsules taken twice daily. It is good assisting in glandular balance formulas as well as in liver formulas. Keywords: sharing talents and skills with the community, alignment of one's will with spirit, prosperity, consciousness of the resources available, need to loosen up on possessions, acknowledging one's values. The affirmation on this card: I feel the abundance of my life and fully embrace it. Some suggested herbal allies to wild yam are black haw and cramp bark. Okay? There you go, Libra. Have a good one. Follow your other placements. Bye. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement they are following at this time? Please and thank you. Let's get one shuffle. All right. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So some slow-moving incoming message, perhaps. Something you've been waiting on for a while. That could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, generally. Elecampane is your herb. Let's see what else. I will also give the specific identifier for the card as well if I can find it. Here we go. Getting closer. All right. Elecampane's Latin name is Inula Helenum. Heir of Earth is on this card, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is a stable, reliable, and loyal person. Because of his understanding of the healing arts and the ways of the physical world, he is able to teach his wisdom through his actions, accomplishments, and words. His patience is symbolized by the snail-like helmet that he wears. His brown coloring indicates the earthly realm with which he works closely. He knows what it is to be rested and relaxed and recognizes that these activities contribute to greater health and well-being and clearer thinking. As a businessman, he is quick of mind, analytical, and industrious, and is able to bring his endeavors to success. He must watch not to be overcritical of others' shortcomings or jealous of their accomplishments. He must work on healing himself first, and thus by his example, he will be an effective teacher of the healing ways of the earth. Stagnation, inertia, and holding back energy, such as physical energy, talents, or money, will cause a blockage in his system, which will eventually need releasing. Okay? All about Elecampane's spiritual properties. Just writing something down here before I forget. All right. Elecampane will help one to be more connected to the earth and to appreciate the elegance, strength, beauty of oneself and others. This herb's pungent taste will get energy moving, and its bitter taste will clear away outmoded ideas and fixations. Medicinal properties. Elecampane is a rejuvenating tonic for the lungs. It is used for chronic cold lung conditions with clear expectoration. Like as an expectorant, okay. Cough, bronchitis, and asthma. It strengthens digestion, assists in assimilation of food, and inhibits the formation of mucus from weak digestion. The dose or preparation. The herbal essence may be taken when there is a need to incorporate into oneself the healing energies of this night, or when these energies have been blocked. Chewing on a small piece will also be effective. Its pungent, bitter, and earthy taste will help one to be more conscious of the clearing, moving, and grounded energy that is needed at this time. The third eye will be awakened and will create a clearer perception. Medicinally, a standard decoction may be made from the root, or the tincture may be taken at a dose of 1/2 teaspoon. For chronic lung ailments, it can be combined with wild cherry bark, comfrey root, and licorice. Note, in bold caps, Elecampane is contraindicated during pregnancy due to its uterine stimulating nature. Contraindicated meaning that it counter affects things, okay? So if there's any supplements you're taking, it will make it null and void, all right? Keywords: loyalty, steadfastness, and reliability. Working as a teacher or teaching by example. Need to get moving, creating the vision and following it, paying attention to your body's needs, carrying out the need to ground ideas. The affirmation on this card: by being in tune with Mother Earth, I strengthen and heal myself. The herbal allies to Elecampane is cardamom and thyme. Both you can easily find in the grocery store, by the way. All right, there you go. Scorpio, have a good one. Follow your other placements. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever placement you are focused on right now, okay? Any and all. And of course, any that come out brought you here from elsewhere, okay? All right. Spirit, what do we have for our Saggies at this time? Ooh, nice. You could be dealing with an Aries energy. You have card number 4, the Emperor, and Atracytolotus. I'm not going to pronounce that right. I know it. All right. Let me just write that down in case it comes up again. All right. That is a hard herb to pronounce. All right. Another major. I love it. Taurus. Alba is its Latin name, okay? Represented by Aries. So Aries might be significant to you at this time. You might want to head on over there. The emperor sits on a solid throne, dominating and overseeing all creation. In the distance are the mountains, symbolizing wisdom. His purple garment represents the high consciousness with which he oversees his domain. The blue river in the background is the high priestess's intuitive wisdom reaching out to him. His left feminine side facing the viewer symbolizes the need to balance the strong male qualities, which this card suggests with more feminine qualities of tolerance and compassion. Ruled by Aries, he is the fiery overlord and the archetypal father who protects and keeps an eye on things created. The emperor has in his hand the scepter of the Ankh, which represents the life force. He uses his internal fire, his logic, and his reason to bring into concrete existence his dreams and visions. Within ourselves, he is the yang male energy who seeks stability and order. He is the mover and shaker who gets things done. Meditations with this card and the Empress card will help create the balance of yin-yang energies within. Good to know. All right. We'll see if she pops up later. Atractitolodes, I'm so not going to pronounce it ever right. Herb of power. Spiritual properties. It is a very warming energy tonic. It will enhance the emperor inside each of us by giving him the fire and the energy he needs to accomplish his goals. This powerful herb will also help us to digest life experiences and turn them into positive energy for further creations. If the emperor's energy is used with a lack of wisdom, then the herbal essence of Dong Quai, I think is how you pronounce it, Dong Quai, which is on the Empress card, okay, so if it pops up, we know, may be used to help balance the strong fiery tendencies. Medicinal properties. This herb is used by the Chinese herbalists as a tonic for the spleen and stomach. It is said to help the digestive system and to regulate fluid metabolism. Good to know. So if you're trying to lose weight, right, you want to establish a balance with your metabolism. It is often used as a diuretic, meaning it gets rid of excess fluid, and to help regulate the appetite. It strengthens the muscles and helps to build energy. Dose and preparation. They may be carried in a pouch to assist in the balancing of the male-father fires within. The herbal essence may be taken when one needs to hold his or her ground, or when one fears bringing one's creations into light. Medicinally, it is used in many Chinese formulas that deal with poor digestion and bloating. The raw root can be made into a tea by itself or combined with ginseng or astragalus to build energy and to increase the digestive powers. When used in conjunction with Dong Quai, the blood as well as the energy of digestion will be strengthened. Keywords on this card: power of organization, divine reason, protection, achievement, difficulty taking in things or ideas, so being kind of obstinate, right? On the flip side, the male within, putting order in your life, being too rigid and fixed, another reversed meaning, bringing to light one's creations. The affirmation on this card: I use my inner wisdom and strength to achieve my goals in life. The herbal allies with this herb are Asafoetida, Asafetida, and cardamom. Now, cardamom, I know you can find in the grocery store. It is a herb used a lot. If not, check the Asian aisles. I know it's definitely there. They use it in a lot of other cultures. All right. There you go, Sagittarius. Hopefully that helps. Follow your other placements. Bye. All right. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement you're following at this time or that is mentioned or have been mentioned in previous reads. Okay. All right. All right. You got a lot of majors going on. I love it. You have number 7, the Chariot, represented by Cancer, and the herb Cypress. Love it. Let me just write that down. There you are, buddy. Its Latin name, Cypress rotundus. All right. The Chariot is the peaceful warrior who has learned to harness the energy of his will and is receptive to the inner guidance that is always flowing to him. His body and his personality are symbolized by the Chariot. He uses this vehicle during his manifestation here on Earth as an expression of his true self. Ruled by Cancer the Crab, he is protected against the bombardment of thoughts from the world around him, symbolized by the city or the race consciousness. You see that in the background, all the buildings? Okay. From which he has separated himself. He's definitely going away from it. He is liberated from old patterns that bind him and has learned to distinguish the true desires of the enlightened self from the compulsive desires of the unawakened self. Within him, he embodies all the teaching from the first 6 keys. The celestial symbols on his hat and robe indicate the larger reality that he can now perceive and work with. The blue color denotes the high priestess's consciousness to which he is connected. He is taking the middle way between the polarities of life, thus has reconciled the lovers within. He is learning how to control his moods and emotions by stilling the mind and listening to the inner guide or the high priest, and he is using the power of concentration, which is a gift given to him from the magician. The Emperor has taught him how to organize his activities and rule over his domain, and from the Empress he has found the place of peace in his heart by embracing these gifts as he is victorious. Now, let's see. Sagittarius just got the Emperor, okay? Gemini got the Magician. Let me see if there's anyone else that got anything else. No, that's it for now, okay? So you might want to go check those 2 placements. There may be something in there since it was brought up. And who knows what's going to come next with Aquarius and Pisces, all right? Cypress, herb of regulating energy. Spiritual properties. Cypress teaches the way of the middle path. It has the capacity to regulate energy and is especially useful for those who experience mood swings from joy to depression or energy swings from high activity to no activity. It is a drying herb and so will help to dry up or regulate unneeded emotions or water within. The 3-sided stem of the cypress is a signature of this herb's ability to help body, mind, spirit function as a whole rather than in disjointed parts. As can be seen in this card, the charioteer is holding the cypress, which is symbolic of his controlling his energy and will. The medicinal properties. Note, there is a caution. This herb is forbidden during pregnancy, okay? The root of cypress was used as a source of food by the Native Americans and is used by the Chinese as an important herb for regulating qi, or bodily energy. Thus, it aids in the regulation of digestion, menstruation, moods, and all natural physical and emotional cycles. It is useful for gas, bloating, and indigestion. For menstrual irregularities, it can be taken with other women's herbs such as dong quai and peony. Cypress is not good for those who are very dry constitutionally or who are wasted due to disease. Okay, so like if you have depletion. Okay, for a decoction, put 1 ounce of cypress in 1 pint boiling water, simmer 20 minutes. Take 2 to 3 cups per day. Okay, keywords on this card are direction from within, knowledge of inner powers and strengths, ability to regulate and manifest one's life, need to filter out group or race thoughts, need to use one's power towards goodwill, need to allow the emotions to be released, mood swings, taking the middle way, need to contact the watery part in oneself. Cancer is a water sign. The affirmation on this card, with my heart as a guide, I use my will and power to be victorious in all that I do. The herbal allies are Poria cocos. It's 2 different words. Let me spell it out. Poria, P-O-R-I-A. Second word, cocos, C-O-C-O-S. Okay. There you go, guys. Have a good one. Bye. Check your other placements. All right, Spirit for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement they're following at this time. Please and thank you. All right. I'm not going to read the whole thing because Taurus got it, okay? You have 20, number 20 might be significant, and Judgment with Golden Seal, all right? I suggest listening to Taurus because I will go ahead and I already read like the entire card meaning, as well as the spiritual properties, medicinal properties, and dose and preparation. Okay, so if you want to learn more about that, you can just go to Taurus. Taurus might be significant, whichever placement you have for Taurus as well, or you might be dealing with a Taurus. Okay. Judgment is ruled by Pluto, that placement as well, so you might want to go follow your Pluto placement. Where are we? Okay. The keywords on this card are awakening to inner truth, deciding and judging one's actions for future, new perceptions, deciding the worth and value of a matter, seeing one's creative purpose, time to walk your talk, opening up to another dimension of the self and life, a need to wake up to overindulgence, craving extremes in pleasure, and atonement. Okay? Its herbal allies are cinchona bark and barberry. The affirmation on this card is the struggle is over, the heart has won, I am reborn, a new day has begun. There you go, Aquarius. Have a good one. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement you're following at this time, or may have followed from another placement. All right. All righty. Here we go. The Eight of Swords wanted to also pop out, so that may be a significance. You may be dealing with some mental imprisonment or somebody that's just kind of conflicted, okay? But you have the Page of Swords as quick communication coming in. That is Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So if you have Capricorn somewhere in your chart or Aquarius, okay, you might want to follow that. Your herb is dill, and you definitely can find that in the grocery store. All right. We'll get there. Oh, yeah. Swords are last in this book. Okay. There we are. Dill, its Latin name is Anthem graveolens. Wow. Earth of air. So earth placements, air placements may be significant at this time to you. The young page is ready to make a new start with fresh ideas and thoughts. He will sweep away all the encumbrances such as depression and negative thoughts and will make himself ready for change and new possibilities. He is like a breath of fresh air that blows away the clouds that have obscured thinking. He is your own inner child ready to learn something new. Okay, pages are children as well, not just immature thought process, whatever, young. Let's see. He is your own inner child. There you go. He is a free thinker and is ready to make inroads to a new reality for himself. The page must watch that he doesn't dissipate his energy on erratic, compulsive thinking, which can turn into thoughtlessness and spiteful behavior. He must not become so opinionated or fixed with his ideals that he blows everyone else away with arguments and debates. Dill. Spiritual properties. Dill has the capacity to bring focus to attention and thoughts. It enables the user to bring out and show to the world her or his inner reality and spiritual aspirations. It will calm the air element and help one to digest new thoughts coming through. Medicinal properties. Dill is used to treat colic, gas, indigestion, and insomnia due to indigestion. It promotes the flow of breast milk and is used to treat infants' colic. Dose preparation. Dill may be taken as an essence to augment the clarity and enthusiasm of the page's energy. A piece of the herb may be carried and the aroma from the crushed seeds or leaves inhaled to bring about mental vitality and clearer focus. The air element within will be refreshed and a greater optimism will be felt. For medicinal purposes, an ounce of powdered seeds is placed in a pint of rice wine with some chamomile flowers. This is allowed to steep for 2 weeks and then strained and bottled for use. 2 to 10 drops may be taken 2 or 3 times a day as needed. The powder may be mixed with heated honey to make a paste, and this may be taken internally as needed. Chewing on a few seeds will help prevent gas and stomach growling. A tea may be made as well, using 1 teaspoon of seeds to 1 cup of boiling water. Steep for a few minutes. If an infant has colic, then the nursing mother may drink several cups of the tea, and the medicinal properties will be passed to the child through the breast milk. Now, dill is an excellent thing to add to a lot of dishes. To increase your focus as well and improve your eyesight, use it to boil up carrots with. It flavors carrots beautifully. It actually works hand in hand. Keywords: new thoughts, childlike enthusiasm for innovative ideas, pushing aside depression and negative thoughts to make a fresh start, care and communication that is not thoughtless and mean. The affirmation on this card: I sweep away all darkness and depression, and with joy I open myself to new thoughts and ideas. Its herbal allies that you can also work with are peppermint, catnip, cumin, and coriander. Okay? Coriander is the seed of cilantro. Okay? So you can work with those herbs as well. There you go, Pisces. Have a good one. Bye.